Hi there, it's Sandra from Savvy Teaching Tips. Today I want to go through my Science of Reading Decodable Reader Lesson Planner, which you can get your own copy of below, and it's the best thing about it is that it's totally free. If you want me to create more videos like this, please like and subscribe below and ring that bell to get notifications. So I'm so excited to share with you my fantastic lesson plan, checklist, and cheat sheet for Decodable Readers. I realize that's a real mouthful, so let me explain what this is and how it can help you speed up your planning. Decodable readers can seem overwhelming at first. I mean, they are designed to help you teach phonics in a systematic and sequential way. But if the readers don't come with a detailed lesson plan, there's also a lot to organize when you're trying to set up your small group lessons. So this planner can help you in many ways. There are two ways to use this planner. You can fill it out on the computer or print it out and fill it in by hand. The nice part about doing it on the computer is that when you fill in the lesson plan, it auto-populates the flashcards with your focus words, so you don't have to remake those. And you can use those flashcards for memory games or during your small group lesson. Okay, so here's how we would use the editable PDF version of this file. This is like a table of contents. Click on the picture, it sends you to the page. This is the Decodable Reader Planning Checklist. It has before, during, and after reading. This one is, if you notice, the colors are the same, and there's before and after reading, but it's also got activities and the standards written on the page for you. Whereas this page, the next page, has the standards written out in full. It makes it easier for you to do your planning. So now, if you go to this Decodable Reader Lesson Plan, it's a fillable PDF. So I'm just showing you that that's one of my files, a short E, and here's some of the words that are available from the start of that Decodable Reader. But we'll go back to the lesson plan and we'll type the title of the book in. Then we'll talk about, here I'm typing in the title of the book, and then I'm going to type in whatever this phonics skill is that we're working on. And then I'm going to jump down to the new decodable words and type those in. And look, there we are. We've got some flashcards that automatically populated. And the same here and those have populated these flashcards. So this is also available in black and white. You have the same sheets all in black and white, and you can type the words in here as well and end up with the same flashcards. This planning checklist is designed to be a cheat sheet for you to keep by your desk. It's a reference for what's included in a Science of Reading lesson. It's separated into before reading, during reading, and after reading. And you might notice that there's color coding. And the green areas correspond to the green areas in the lesson plan. The purple areas correspond with the purple ones, and the blue also coordinate with those parts of the other lesson planning sheets. So this page is the planning cheat sheet. It has a list of activities that you can draw from to teach your lesson. So let's say you're actually sitting with your small group and you need another activity as you think the one that you're using isn't quite being effective enough. Pull out the cheat sheet for some quick ideas. And if you use them, you can refer back to this sheet to figure out what the standards were and when you're going to add them to your lesson plan. You don't have to look through all the standards. They're right here. This next page it's very similar to the previous page, but it has the standards expanded. You may not have all the standards memorized, especially if you're a newer teacher. So the previous page outlines the standards as a quick cheat sheet, but this page gives you the more details in case you need to include that in your lesson plans. Keep this page with your planning book and the previous page with you at the small group table. Here's the actual lesson plan page. At the top you can type in which group you're teaching to, and in my class I give the groups color names like green group, yellow group, etc. And then you can add the date. Next, type in the name of your little book, what your decoding focus is. Each decodable reader should state what the phonics skill is the focus. I use one of my Decodable Steam readers, and it has, let's say we're using that, and it has the focus skill of short. Next, we're going to type in the decodable words included in the story, which are listed at the start or the end of the book. In my books, I put them at the start and at the end. And these will auto-populate into flashcards, which look like that. Blending practice is where you can brainstorm some words that fit your phonics skill. And if you want to look, you can use these during your lesson. They're not focus words, but they have the same phonics skill. And I have my word list below. You can get a free copy, and it'll help you with this brainstorming part. So I fill in the decodable words part of the planner first, so then I can try and figure out words to put in my blenders, into the blending practice. So in my example of short E, I would look at my decodable words from the story and then use the same word families to create a list of words for blending practice. So focus skills while reading individually. Here's where I write down my goals for the group. And if necessary, sometimes I write notes down for individual students in the group. People I want to just keep in mind that I need to focus on. Post-reading discussion questions. Here's where you write down some questions that you will use to check for understanding. Follow-up activities are used to check comprehension and to give more practice of the focus skill. You can use games, worksheets, or literacy centers here. What I often do is ask the children to choose their favorite page in the story. Then I ask them to draw a picture of it and tell me what is happening in that picture. They need to write down what the characters are doing, not what they're saying, because that's something that kids often fall back into. And we want to build that descriptive vocabulary to show us that they understand what they're reading. Not only is this activity low prep, but if you do it consistently, at least once a week, it's a great way to get the kids to work on comprehension, writing, and reading all at the same time. So that's it. Grab your own copy of my planning sheet to help you plan your guided reading lessons. You can already have a box set, with lesson plans included. And have that cheat sheet for you when you're doing your planning. You can get it linked below. And thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to check out my Instagram or my Facebook at Savvy Teaching.